Oh yeah. And just like that, this is starting to look like 100% Jake's intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage. So let me tell you a little bit something about the thought process that went into getting this car. I had a bunch of things that I was looking for, and it came down to I wanted a station wagon. I wanted it to be all-wheel drive. It had to start, it had to drive, it would have to have issues, which this one does, and I didn't want to spend more than $1,000. What are we doing here?
I'm selling you my old 1997 A6 Avant. And it's
Whoa, wait a minute. You said Avant?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's
you guys heard that right.
What's up, guys? I'm out here for my last trip to Viking Garage's new Audi A6 Avant. The truck should be showing up in about 10 minutes and it'll be getting shipped out to him. Sad to see it go, but really happy to see it go to a new awesome home, and I can't wait to see the build that he does on it. Quick update, 10 minutes later turned into like 50 minutes later, and probably another like hour-ish later. I'm gonna go run some errands, but it'll be dark when you see the next clip. You know, normal car things get delayed and don't work out how you plan. So we'll see the car when it's getting loaded on, hopefully.
Well, there you go, guys. She's getting dropped off. Let the games begin. Now we just got to get her up there. Should be no problem. The Quattro system should work. I gotta give you guys a quick walk around tour of this beast. This thing is definitely uneasy on the eye. It's clear, you know. Yeah, well, it's not there, right, buddy? What do you think? Got my little helper here with me today. What will we be doing to this thing? So, I would love to drop this car at some point. Excuse the noise there. But it's kind of clear to me that from the research I've been doing, they don't necessarily have kits for this car. But if I'm missing something, guys, please drop me a link on the comments down below. I definitely need some help. I'm having a hard time finding the correct parts for this car. I mean, I don't know if it's because it's a Quattro or because it's just a 24-year-old Audi. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that they wouldn't make parts for these cars. But so let me show you one of the main reasons. I do dig the fact that we got snow tires. We're all set for the winter. But one of the main reasons why I'm looking at suspension, and that's kind of one of my initial concerns, is if you look here, quick test. So you can see I can very easily stick my fist between the tire and the fender. But when you come over here on this side, different story. It's hitting. There's definitely a height difference from this side to the other, which means this strut most likely is worn, or the spring might be broken. I don't know yet. I haven't put it up in the air, but we will sort that out soon. What else can we talk about it? Interior, although it's a little messy right now, it's not terrible. A little tear on the driver's seat there, but I'm pretty sure a little bit of digging in the junkyard, I'll be able to find another seat for it. I think it's pretty amazing that back in '97, this particular car already had power seats both sides. Not a lot of cars nowadays even have that. Never mind the seats here being out of place. That's so you can access the battery, which I removed and charged. And I'm happy to say we are good to go. Yeah, let me start it up for you guys. Yeah, you gotta slam this door a little harder because of the seat on the inside. All right, we're gonna go start her up. Let's see. She's been starting with me. Also got to reattach this thing. It's dangling. It's lovely. There we go. See? Starting every time. So I did have initially check engine light, check the code, and it was a code for the O2 sensor in the bank too, if I'm not mistaken. Here. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's clearly an exhaust leak in this car somewhere, and if you have an exhaust leak and you got that particular code, that should be the first thing you should be checking for. So, because I initially actually thought it was a sensor that sits right here, right on top of the hair box, how convenient that was, that I fixed. I know my fix looks horrible, but I can assure you it's doing its job. This is basically like a pressure sensor from the tank, so it makes sure that there's pressure in the tank, and the nipple on it was broken. I fixed that, but surprisingly enough, the check engine light was not even for that. So we're gonna keep an eye on the check engine light. She is running all right. Power steering pump is screaming for whatever reason. I did check the timing belt. It looks like it might have been done 40, maybe 50,000 miles ago. Unfortunately, I do not have any records of it. But stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure I'll probably be doing that. We'll do a tune-up on it. Plugs, wires, filters, you know the works. We'll just try to keep this lady going. So please stay tuned for that. Any suggestions, tips, where can I find parts for this? Please, guys, let me know, because I'm having a hard time finding parts for it. It's a little noisy, you know, but she is running, as I promised. And I don't know if you can see from out there, probably not. There is a rear shade for, you know, the comfort of the passengers, but clearly, like everything else, I'm going to have to fix it because it's kind of dangling. This is supposed to like sit like so. I'm gonna have to come up with a fix for that. No problem. And look at that. These things do have a tonneau cover. Very cool, man. Lots of tricks for a 97. Yeah, plenty of space, as you can see. One of the main reasons why I wanted a wagon in the first place. These things have a third row seating. On the title, it actually says 7 passengers, and that's because you have this seat back here. Hold on, buddy. What do you think, John? How are those seats back there? Comfortable? All right, so let me show you guys the very first thing we're going to be fixing on the wagon. Climate control unit. They're known for failing. So apparently there's like some solder points in there that will get undone, I suppose. All sorts of issues, but as you can see here, it just doesn't answer to any of my commands. And we don't want to spend the winter time with the lowest setting on the temperature and blowing, well, pretty cold. So we're going to go ahead and take this off, and it gets sent out to be repaired by a specialist. It's only about $100, guys, so this is a no-brainer to me. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. I'm not going to show you guys the process because it's actually pretty simple. This cover actually just popped right out. It's being held by these pieces, and then you have what it looks like 2 Allens, one on each side, and it should come right out. Just a little side note, once you guys do get it removed, I have a tendency of like taking pictures, but in this case we have the video that we can go back. But honestly, just from looking at this, I don't usually work on Audis, but I can tell that these connectors only go to one specific location, so you should be okay on this particular one. But when unsure, always obviously take pictures. Gotta say, man, I've always been a fan of these instrument clusters on these older Audis, man. They're just, you know, so cool in my opinion. And I like the fact that, you know, these backlights are all in the red color. Just gives it that racy kind of feel. Yep. And there's like some weird stuff going on in here that I'm gonna have to investigate. You see that thing right there? That looks like it doesn't belong. But I've been told this thing's been hot wired. See the wire there? With some sort of hard drive to get a whole, it has a whole bunch of albums stored in here, but I have no idea how to even operate this radio. Well, after poking around for a few minutes, check that out, right in the center. And that is how you turn on the radio. Not really sure how he hot wired this, but let's see if this is it. This might be it.
Greatest Hits 2, Riding with the King, Greatest, Disc 2, Blues Reveller Classics, Best of, Night, Live, Greatest Hits, Crossroads, Crush, Greatest Hits 2, Runnin' Wild,
Oh
2,
my.
Harbor Light,
My car is possessed,
USA,
clearly.
The Rising, Street Light,
The vibe I got from you is that, like, you bought the car, but once you had it, you realized how much work you had to put into it, and you were like...
So for me, it's
You know?
I own multiple cars, so I kind of have
So
to decide.
what do you got? Give us a little...
So I have a 2006 A3 hatchback.
That
and
one's
then,
nice.
Yeah, so that's on bags. It has aftermarket wheels, all
Very
that.
cool.
And then I just picked up a 2017 A3 e-tron that I've owned for about a year. And then this
Wow.
kind of was the second car that I bought between the two.
Gotcha, yeah.
And I bought it before the market went insane.
yeah, right now
So-
buying a car is like terrible.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I got it then, and I really wanted to do a build on it, but for me personally, I care about that little S badge. So for me, any amount of money I put into it, I would just want the S6.
You trying to get the S6 of
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's really what it
years
came down
though?
to. So it's from 95 to 97, I believe.
Oh, you're still chasing that one?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
God.
that's what
you
I'm
saw.
looking
You
for
saw
now.
the one on Arbitrator, right?
Mhm.
It has a salvage.
Yeah. I know. I need a clean title, absolutely.
Well, I think you're gonna find it, dude. Good luck to you, anyways.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
hope
man.
that you enjoy the car.
Absolutely.